read Pujya Gurudev's message. Swamiji says, Blessed self adorations, Divyatman Shubh Ashirvad. You are fashioned in the image of God. आपके अंदर ब्रह्मांडीय शक्ति विद्यमान है, जैसे भगवान वैसे ही आप. ये छोटा बात नहीं है, बहुत बड़ा बात है. It's not a small thing, a big gift from God. We are fashioned in His image. Therefore, discover within yourself the love of Christ and the compassion of Buddha. तो अपने अंदर ईसा का प्यार और बुद्ध की करुणा ऐसा महसूस कीजिए. Because you have that radiance within you, God resides within you. Fill your mind with beauty and love. अपने मन को शुद्ध करके सौंदर्य और प्रेम से भर लीजिए. दिव्य प्रेम, divine love, not just worldly love, not the love of things and people and bodies, but love of God. Feel and assert, I am not this physical body. Feel it, assert it. When you sleep, do you remember your body, where it goes? सोते समय आपका शरीर कहाँ भाग जाता है, पता ही नहीं चलता. उठ के पता चलता है. When you wake up, you see it, you pick up your body, but it evaporates in your dream. Much in the same way, while in your waking state, always remember you are not this physical body. I am the eternal self. So if you are not the body, who are you? You are Atma, consciousness, Divya Shakti. That Atma has been going on forever and ever. It doesn't know death. It doesn't know changes. It is ever the same. So that you are. I am the eternal self, the very embodiment of bliss. तो आप भी वही हैं और आपके अंदर उस दिव्य शक्ति का आनंद है. Bliss is unbounded bliss, which most people don't know. In the world, most people, maximum, they agitate the senses and they find momentary pleasure, only to scratch the itch a little bit more somewhere else, but not a cure. No such thing as perfect happiness in this world. So only bliss comes from within you. आपके अंदर ही वो शांति है, बाहर नहीं है. Less of worries, more of cheerfulness. तो चिंता को कम कीजिए, चेहरे को खुशहाल बनाइए, हंसिए. Less of fear, more of courage. भय को त्याग दीजिए, वीरता को प्राप्त कीजिए. Less of doubt, more of conviction. संशय छोड़ दीजिए, दृढ़ता विश्वास को बढ़ा लीजिए. And less of theory, more of practice. This is the most important, कि केवल बातूनी ज्ञान नहीं, अंदर अनुभूति, एक्सपीरियंस, प्रैक्टिकल ज्ञान को प्राप्त कीजिए. That is what Swami Shivananda also used to say. Tons of theory equals an ounce of practice. थोड़ा सा भी अपने जीवन में उतारो, बहुत बड़े बड़े ग्रंथों को पढ़ने से बहुत अच्छा है, ज़्यादा लाभदायक है. It is beneficial if you implement. Therefore, all these masters teach us meditation, so concentration, meditation, samadhi. So we call it Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasan, hearing, contemplating, and then going deeper. That is the process. So thus should you move towards self-realization. तो यदि आप मुक्ति के मार्ग पर चलना चाहते हैं, तो ये मार्ग है कि अपने आप को सकारात्मक बनाइए. थिंक पॉजिटिव, डू पॉजिटिव थिंग्स, बिल्ड योर virtues, eradicate your vices, continue to push harder, put in your sadhana, tapasya, practice, and dedicate it to God. Give it all to God, because He is giving you that energy also. वो शक्ति भी भगवान से ही हमें प्राप्त होती है. So follow the path of integral yoga. That is why we are all following this path in this Kali Yuga. This is the easiest, best way for us to make rapid progress in spiritual world, spiritual field. Karma yoga, do selfless service. Bhakti yoga, do nama japa, bhajan, kirtan, chanting. Then meditation, dhyana, focusing, concentration, meditation. And finally, attend satsang, which we are doing right now. Jnana Yagya, Jnana Yagya. So listening, contemplating, reading of scriptures, asking yourself, who am I? All these are profound questions that we should ask ourselves. तो ये सब हमको अपने से अवश्य पूछना चाहिए. What is my role? Who am I? Why am I here on this world? Why did God send me? What is the purpose of my life? Because internally we are all beautiful souls. We just don't know because we are looking outside like the musk deer. But once we start enjoying that journey within, we feel bliss. तो जब हमको अपने अंदर से ही वो सुगंध आने लगता है, बहुत आनंद आता है. So follow the path of integral yoga. So blend it with a little selfless service, a little devotion, a little meditation, and a little scriptures. So not overwhelming, in a joyful way. 30 minutes a day, 1 hour, whatever time you can find. If you are very busy, start with 15-20 minutes, then increase it gradually. You take shower, that's a good time. You're not doing anything else, do your japa, take the Lord's name. You come out, you have 10 extra minutes, sit in front of your space, your sacred corner. Every house should have a puja room, a meditation center. And if you have a small place, so a lot of people say, Swamiji, we have only one room, this, that. You create a divider, create those, that 2 by 2 area. You don't need much to sit down, and keep a picture, keep an incense, keep a little light, and do it regularly. Sanctify that area, purify it. Otherwise, if we are here today somewhere else, then we will not progress. If we are traveling, certainly it's understandable, then we adapt and adjust accordingly. But normally, wherever you live, build a rhythm, एक नियम बना लीजिए अपने जीवन का. That is the path of integral yoga. And this way you will attain liberation from the cycles of birth and death. See, what does science teach you? Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. That's what we say, right? God is that energy. He cannot be created, it cannot be destroyed. Let's take it one step forward. You are that energy. Why? Because God is in you. You can also not be created or be destroyed. So, who is this you? Not your body, because the body is destroyed and it is created, it gives us pain. Many such bodies have come and gone, just like the waves in the ocean. जैसे समुद्र में लहरें आके जाती हैं, they keep coming, keep going, countless. Can you count the waves? Can anybody count the waves in the ocean? Much in the same way, that many bodies have come and gone, and they will continue to come and go if we don't do what we are doing right now. Many punyas of many life has to come together. जब कई जन्मों के पुण्य एकत्रित होते हैं, तब जाके then we get, due to God's will, due to Guru's grace, we are pulled into this sanctuary of peace and bliss, this area that gives us more happiness and joy than all the ecstasy and the drugs of the world combined. They cannot. They'll only make you sick. They'll give you some pleasure and followed by pain later on, diseases later on. This thing will give you a spiritual high that never comes down. Think about it. And no side effects. All the time you are in that state of bliss. So may you all experience that bliss. May you all understand the purpose of your life. That is our Guru's direction to all of us. We are all Amritasya Putraha. We are all children of God. Meaning we are all nectar. Nectar meaning immortal, no death, no birth, no death. So when we think like that, then the body becomes a wave. Just like a wave in the ocean, one among the many. So may God bless you with success. So may God give you this introspection where we start going deeper and deeper and understand this profound wisdom, which very few people on this planet Earth actually understand. Most of us die not knowing who we are, thinking I am this accountant, I am this doctor, I am this family, I have this, I have this car, this family, these clothes, this fashion, this diamond ring. That's what we spend our life in, not knowing all these are simply sprinkles, dust particles, whereas we have within us the real jewel, the radiant sun within. So with this blessing, let us prostrate to our Guru for his lovely guidance, for his gyan. Most important, kripa. Anybody can write these things, you see, but why do they touch our hearts so much? Because they are coming from an authentic master. That's the difference between theory and practice. Otherwise, anybody, there are so many professors who teach philosophy, who talk about spirituality, Bhagavad Gita, this, that, it doesn't touch us. But somebody who has been there, if even if he is illiterate, totally illiterate, may not know how to sign his name, like Ramakrishna Paramhansa, Vivekananda as Guruji, but yet there is such charisma, such charm, such depth in the words that you become like a honeybee, and they become like flowers. You can't separate yourself from them. Simple words. Look at Christ's 10 commandments. Which one was very complicated? Thou shalt not kill, but we kill. Love thyself like thy neighbor, but we hate thy neighbor. But simple things that touched people so profoundly, and they continue to do so. So that is the difference between theory and practice. You dress up nicely, wear good clothes, go on Sunday, sing the carols and all that. Now soon Christmas season is here almost. It's today, can you believe December is here? So soon all that will happen. But how many people really celebrate Jesus? It's all about gifts, malls, Santa's mustache, all these things. So what about the lessons that Christ taught you? That's why you should celebrate Christmas. Read the 10 commandments. You see, if you don't do that, and all you're doing is, where is my Nintendo, or whatever you call these days, Xbox, you say, some of you. So whatever you are doing, if we are simply caught in the material things, that is not the essence of any holiday. But Christmas, mainly because people talk so much, and then we are under pressure. He gave me this gift, I have to give this gift. So rise above all this. That's not going to give you peace. So that is the message. With this, let us do our kirtan, then we will get into the profound Yoga Vashistha satsang. Okay. Jaya Ganesh, Jaya Ganesh, Jaya Ganesh, Pahi Mam, Shri Ganesh, Shri Ganesh, Shri Ganesh, Rakshamam, Sharavana Bhava, Sharavana Bhava, Sharavana Bhava, Pahi Mam, Kartikeya, 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 Rakshamam, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Pahi Mam, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Rakshamam, जय गुरु शिव गुरु हरि गुरु राम जगत गुरु परम गुरु सद्गुरु श्याम ओम आदि गुरु अद्वैत गुरु आनंद गुरु ओम चिद गुरु चिद घन गुरु चिन्मया गुरु ओम जगत गुरु ओम गुरु सच्चिदानंदा शंकराचार्य शिवानंद ज्योतिर्मयानंदा ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिव 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 शिवाय नमः ओम हर 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 नमः शिवाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते रामचंद्राय हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे आंजनेय 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 पाहि मां हनुमन्ता 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 रक्ष माम् ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति पाहि मां ब्रह्मा शक्ति विष्णु शक्ति शिव शक्ति रक्ष माम् आदि शक्ति महाशक्ति पराशक्ति पाहि माम् इच्छा शक्ति क्रिया शक्ति ज्ञान शक्ति रक्ष माम् गंगा रानी गंगा रानी पाहि माम् भागीरथी 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 रक्ष माम् हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि 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 ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि 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 ओम ओम शांति 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. So let us continue this journey on Yoga Vashistha. We had completed section number 207, where we were discussing the questions that King Pragyapati had asked from Vashishth Muni, and Sage Vashistha was answering all his questions one by one. That's where we left off, and he is continuing to do so. So we will start from section 207 concluding portion, and then we will move on to 208. So here Vashishth Muni is continuing to guide the king. He says, tinged with vasanas, the consciousness of the unenlightened creates the illusion of this world as well as the worlds after death. So, what is the sage saying? Vasanas are, vas means smell, and that vas resides in your unconscious. That's why we get distracted. Sometimes we have the smell of, I like this, I like that. We like different foods, different tastes. One person's trash is another person's treasure because of vasanas. That's why one person hates something, the other person loves it. Why? Because of their previous embodiments and how they have built attachments to those things. Much in the same way, here the sage is saying, whatever our vasanas are, whatever the smells are that are arising, meaning the karmas that are about to fructify, they are for the unenlightened. They create this illusion that this world is real, which means, why is it an illusion? Because this everything is basically non-existent. It's a very difficult concept to understand for most people, because they say, what do you mean non-existent? I see it, I feel it, I get hurt, and I have a house, I have a car, it's in my garage, here, touch it, feel it, so it's real. That's what they say. But by the same token, when you are dreaming, all your dreams also you can feel, you can touch, you can see the colors, you get scared, you enjoy, depending on what kind of a dream it is. And it is while you are sleeping, it's as real as your real home. Your entity, your existence is also very real in your dream. When you wake up, it evaporates. Much in the same way, according to our vasanas, we create the illusion of this world, and not only this world, the world after death also. Why? Because this is where the theory of karma comes in. Karma creates vasanas. Samskaras, vasana, vritti, kama, karma, bhoga. Remember, I think Yogini ji had put together an article like that in the Sanatan Dharma group for most of you, to make it very simple. How samskaras create vasanas, from vasanas comes out the sprout creates the action creates the result will be good or bad, good actions create good results, and so on. That is the theory of karma. So, but based on that, our belief system becomes so, and that becomes our reality. The world is nothing but Brahman for the enlightened sages. So for the people who are ignorant, ignorant is not a bad word. It simply is trying to say that they have not seen the divine light yet. And ignorance, everybody has ignorance, because we all have ignorance, ego, attachment, hatred, and fear of death. This even an ant has, even a little ant, to a tree, to an elephant, to everything that has consciousness, Chetana Shakti, will go through these 5 stages. But for humans, that is the most evolved. हम लोगों के लिए. Why? Because we feel the most pain. We are the highly, well, theoretically, supposedly the most evolved. But when we become demoniac, we become worse than animals. Look at these wars going on. All of a sudden, somebody is shooting somebody, killing them. For what? For a little greed, little money, little this, little that. So, enlightened sages, they have seen that light, ignorance is gone. So for them, this world is nothing but Brahman. When we say Brahman, that means not Brahma. A lot of people confuse, not Brahma. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Brahma is the creator, Vishnu is the sustainer, Shiva is the destroyer. Brahman is the all pervading consciousness, we can call non-dual God, one God. Whether you call him Jesus, you call him Krishna, you call him Rama, Hanuman, Allah, doesn't matter. God doesn't mind. He doesn't really care what name you use. Ultimately, it's only that one non-dual energy, and you see it. All of us are human beings. We have 2 eyes, one nose. It's not like some of us living in France have 3 eyes. We all have 2 eyes only, isn't it? Doesn't matter which language we speak, what we do. Everything is ultimately in the divine law, in the divine plan. There is no distinction between Hinduism or Sanatana Dharma or Christianity or this or Islam. All these are fine for our individual growth and where we were born, what rituals we learned, all that. But then to say this is the only thing, everybody else will burn in hell because you are not following my thing, that itself is ignorance. That is where the problem comes in. And that is never the solution. So the solution is to be a good human being first, then talk about God. So therefore, it is the source of all that is auspicious and blissful. When you know Brahman is the all pervading reality, then from that Brahman comes Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. God. G for generate, O for operate, D for destroy. Don't you see everything in this world being generated, sustained and destroyed, including our own bodies? We were babies once, sucking our mother's milk, and then we grew, we walked around, we talked around, then we did this, we did that. Where are our childhood bodies now? What happened to them? So this is the process for not only us, for everybody, for animals, for plants. So if you understand that Brahman is the only source, everything else becomes illusory. On the other hand, for the unenlightened, the world is real. So therefore, like the Bhagavad Gita tells you, don't go convincing them that this is illusion. Look, Sage Vasistha says, have you read Yoga Vashishta? Have you read Bhagavad Gita? Don't do that. Don't try to convince somebody who is not ready yet. Don't give theory of relativity to a kindergartner. He will not be ready. Instead, he will fight with you. So what is the point? Bhagavad Gita clearly says only, and also common sense says, why Bhagavad Gita? Common sense says that if you are not hungry and I feed you, what would you do to it? You would not value it. But if you are hungry, and then even a little bit of food has a lot of value, isn't it? So therefore, spiritual knowledge should only be given to deserving souls, aspirants who want it, who are willing. Otherwise, they will have indigestion, spill it. You see, so it can never be forced. And also, a sinner is a saint in the making. Nobody is good or bad. You cannot say, I have committed, Swamiji, you don't know, I've done a lot of bad things. We have all done bad things. Who has not? So we all have jealousy, anger, greed, lust, and we have had many embodiments. So every sinner today is a saint in the making tomorrow. Every sinner. So no matter who we are, there is hope. Actually, this book that we are reading, not a book, scripture. The scripture that we are reading is by Vashistha Muni, who himself was a dacoit in that very life. He used to cut off people's arms and stuff and rob them in the jungles, like in the woods. He would steal. And then he met Narada, sage Narada, and his life changed. He forever gave up his bad deeds. And instead of saying Mara Mara, Mara means death, and Ram means Lord Rama. So then he wrote this Yoga Vashistha. He also wrote Ramayana. The first Ramayana was written by Valmiki ji. Valmiki means termites. So once he had this samadhi, he was so deeply engrossed into it that the scriptures say he had termites all over him, and then it rained and he emerged as a sage of full of wisdom. Because once, and that means every one of us has that opportunity to purify and to become saintly. Every one of us. So therefore, it is the source of limitless misery, sorrows, and afflictions. What? Unenlightened people who believe the world is real. Why? Because it will keep on bringing you back. Death, life, circle continues on. And even while you are living, how much pain you have to endure. How much? Countless, endless. So there is a way out, is what the sages and saints say here. So moving on to section 208, karmas fructify at different times and places. So now we are going to read the theory of karma. Karma means actions. Therefore we say do good, be good, love all, serve all. Why do we say that? Why don't we say do bad, be bad, hate all? Why? Because sweet, you sow a mango seed, a nice mango will come if it's a good variety, and you'll have to put in effort, and then you can enjoy mangoes. But if you have sowed thorns, then cactus will only come. Thorns will come. Don't expect mangoes to come out of cactus. So whatever we do, we reap. Whatever we do. So this is why the karmas that fructify, they become like infallible arrows. ये वो तीर बन जाते हैं जो कभी जिनका अंत नहीं होता है. So Sri Vashistha continued now. By the orders of a king, people receive reward or punishment even while they are at a distance. Does the king personally go and hang them? Does he personally go and give them the sentence? No. He's sitting in the court. Suddenly he will say, what happened here? Okay, put him in prison. That's all he has to say. Immediately, even forget about kings, even today, does the judge himself get up and handcuff the defendant or the culprit? No, he doesn't have to do. When he comes, automatically everything is in order, isn't it? The defendants are there, the prosecutors are there, the attorneys are there, the clerks are there, everybody who's regarding in the case is there. So in this case, the god becomes like a judge. He's simply coming and sitting and giving orders based on what you have done. You committed the crime, here you go. Here's a little 200 days sentence for you, DUI or whatever, you know. So this is what here Vashishth Muni is saying. The punishment is given, but the person giving doesn't have to be, it can be anywhere, different states. So in the same manner, by the will of the creator, people receive the fruits of their karmas at different places and times. Same way, if we have done something, that will fructify because we have done it. Now it seems very unfair that, there are kids who are born blind, there are people who are born with diseases, and it's not a very good thing to say, oh, you had really bad karma, that's why you are born blind. It's implied, it's understood, but God's plan is very deep. No, we are not competent to answer that. All we can say is that we are the architects of our destiny. There are plenty of blind people. Stevie Wonder, isn't he? Look at so many people who are legally blind who have done wonderfully well. And then there are very good people with good eyes always complaining about life. I didn't do this right, God treated me like this. There are people who have lost limbs and who are participating in Olympics and doing everything. Isn't it so? Don't you see that? So this is the attitude. Karma will be the same. You have to bear the karma, no doubt. So this is why we say, be compassionate, be kind, be loving. Definition of dharma: to do to others what you want done to you. Do you want to be poked? Do you want to be hurt? So don't do it to others. Simple, not very complicated, very simple definition, but we complicate it. So it is through the veil of ignorance that Brahman is viewed as the world process. So the veil of ignorance, this is the main problem. Unless this ignorance goes, we will continue to percolate and keep coming back in the cycles of birth and death. No way out. The way out is to remove this ignorance. What is ignorance? So suppose you are hypnotized, right? Magician, magic show. When you see a magic show, what happens? What happens? You believe everything. He rips up your dollars, he takes your little thing and a stick and makes a bird out of it. The bird flies. Then he does something else. He brings a girl, he cuts her into 3 pieces. He is doing all that, and you're believing all that totally because it seems so real. Then the girl comes back full, nothing happened. The bird turns back into a stick. Your ripped up $100 bill is nothing wrong with it. It becomes back to the same old. So this is how you have to understand this world also. It appears as if all these things are happening, but in reality they're all illusory. Somebody who's not hypnotized will not see what you are seeing under a hypnotic state. That is where God is saying some people who are under illusion, under ignorance, and others who are not. So enlightened saints know the magician, they know his tricks. So the magician knows he's not doing anything out of the ordinary, right? He knows. To him, everything is unreal. He knows what's right and wrong, but to others it's a mirage and it appears so real. So whatever one fancies, one sees in his imagination. We also call it daydreaming, or sometimes when you fancy something, you get a dream at night about it. And sometimes you make it so real, like you like something so much. So too, whatever Brahman wills comes to pass in the realm of Maya. Maya means illusion. That's all it is. Nothing more, nothing less. Just illusion is what? Something that appears real but is not. Just like your dream. Doesn't it appear real, your dream? Your colors, your sounds, your images, you even remember it many times. Very vividly you remember what you saw. And that is the process. You wake up, nothing is there. Same thing with the mirage. There you are not even dreaming. You are up, you are driving, but in the desert you see the water. You stop there, no water. Why? Because it's a mirage. So this is what the understanding has to be. So when one fancies, whatever Brahman wills comes to pass in the realm of Maya. It's his dream, just like it's your dream. This is God's dream. So he creates this world, and then when he wakes up, the world collapses. That's simple. When sages acquire the power of giving curses and boons, they do so because of the will of Brahman that operates through them. See right here. So what happens, that whatever these sages and saints, because these sages and saints have tuned themselves to the divine will, they will not do anything against that divine will. So they become channels of the divine channels. So basically that is why whatever they say, whatever they speak, whatever they do, becomes God's words also. So that is the will, because Brahman wants his world to be operating functionally, properly, and through this ignorance we have to get knowledge. इस अविद्या से ही हमें विद्या प्राप्त करनी है, अज्ञान से ही ज्ञान पाना है. Through ignorance we have to get knowledge. Just like you study initially, when you are born, you go to kindergarten, you don't even know what capital A is or lowercase a is, or what words and sentences are. You just don't. But then you slowly learn A for apple, B for boy, capital A. And so ignorance is being removed, knowledge is being gained. That is what we are doing also through our satsangs, through our effort, through our introspection, through our own self effort. तो ये भगवान बताते हैं कि स्वयं जब आप मेहनत करते हो, ध्यान करते हो और इस माध्यम से ऊंचा चढ़ते हो, तो वो अविद्या का नाश होता है, विद्या को आप ग्रहण करते हो. You purify. The same shloka Lord Krishna tells you in the Bhagavad Gita. Uddharet atmatmanatmanam na atmanam avasadayet. So pick up your लोअर सेल्फ बाय योर हायर सेल्फ. आप ही के अंदर दोनों गुण हैं. यू हैव वाइसेस, यू हैव वर्च्यूज, यू हैव लस्ट, you have purity, you have anger, you have compassion. All these dual forces are within you, within me, everyone. So what should we do? We should force ourselves through our discipline, through our sadhana. Nobody said this process is instant and very easy. That's why Lord Krishna said, initially it feels like poison, it turns into nectar. And worldly things, initially they feel like nectar, they turn into poison. Choice is yours. Do you want to pick up something very appealing that is full of trouble, or would you rather go through the discipline now and then enjoy the nectar later? Now that is what it is. O king, this world becomes real to the ignorant by the will of Brahman. That is also the will of Brahman, for this world, for the drama to continue. See the drama? Suppose two people are watching a movie. a new Dracula movie. Let's make it more fun. So a Dracula movie and a horror movie. So one person is seeing it, and he is so frozen up in his chair, holding on to the chair, nervous what the Dracula is doing. He comes and sinks his teeth in that woman, and now he's sucking her blood. Next door, the very next person sitting is the director who made that movie. So he is now looking, this person is getting scared of the blood, he's getting scared of the ghost, Dracula himself, this poor girl who looked so pretty and now is in so much pain. And the director is sitting and saying, this tomato juice wasn't so good, the redness is not perfect, next time I will try a little more something different in it. He knows it's all a show, it's all transient, it's all for entertainment only. But the entertainers, people who spend money, who go to watch that, for them it becomes, they also know it's a show, but at that time, during that phase, they get so enchanted by it that it becomes real. They feel it's real, it affects them. Sometimes they even dream at night about that. So this is what ignorance is, and this is the person, the director is not ignorant, he knows, because he hired the person who did the acting for the Dracula. You see, that is how we have to understand these things. So King Prajapati said, O sage, if this world appears due to the will of Brahman, then why doesn't it appear during Pralaya, cosmic deluge, as well as in deep sleep? In deep sleep, what happens? You forget everything. I just told you, including your own body. Do you remember who your wife is, what your job is, where you are, what time will you wake up, this, that? You only know all that before you go to sleep. Once you go to sleep, time and space evaporate, they are gone till you wake up. जब तक आप फिर अगले दिन उठोगे तब अलग बात है, लेकिन तब तक सब प्रलय हो जाता है, खत्म. So Sage Vasistha then answers, he says, this too is according to the will of Brahman. It is by that will that the world appears during the waking state as well as during creation, and disappears in sleep as well as in pralaya. Pralaya means cosmic delusion. So it is all through the will of that one creator. Through that creation comes this day and night, the dream and the waking up states, our life transformation and eventual departure. So that is what he is teaching the king. Objects of your fancy arise, stay for certain duration, and disappear in your mind. In the same manner, all names and forms arise from Brahman. They stay for a while, sustained by Brahman, and disappear in Brahman only. So that is all happening like in the ocean. The waves come from the ocean, bubbles are created, waves are created, and then they go back into the ocean only. Nothing has changed. The appearance seems very different. This is a big wave, this is a small wave, this is a high tide or whatever. Ultimately, it's all the same ocean. You go deep in the ocean, no waves, nothing, totally calm. So therefore, all these three worlds are in reality Brahman alone. Within these three worlds, we have 14 different levels. Within those 14 different levels, we have millions, trillions of permutations and combinations according to our इंटरप्रिटेशन. जैसे हम सोचते हैं हमारे लिए वही ब्रह्म हो जाता है, वही हमारा माध्यम है. तो therefore ultimately it's nothing but Brahman alone. But for ignorant, it is that loka wherever they are, whether they are in bhu, bhuva, swaha, maha, janah, tapah, satyam, or sutal, atal, bital, patal, rasatal. All these things we say, wherever we are, we create hell In other words, we are the creators of hell and heaven according to our own experiences and our own consciousness. Isn't it so? तो हम ही अपने भविष्य के निर्माता हैं, चाहे हम स्वर्ग का निर्माण कर लें या नरक का निर्माण कर लें. So his will is indomitable. Whatever he wills comes to pass. So that non-dual, God being non-dual, he himself is, so he is himself. There is no other. So he creates Prakriti, nature, which is part of his power. Through that nature, he creates this world and the cosmic appearance. So it's like his dream, this world. Just like you dream, you create things. This is God's dream, and he creates this cosmic delusion, the cosmic plan. It is by his will that jivas enjoy the fruits of their karmas in different places and times. So the law of karma, it's his will, it becomes infallible. It will happen. Something we have done, we will reap the reward or the fruit, whether it's in this birth or some other birth. But we don't remember our past births. Therein lies the problem. हमें अपने पिछले जन्म तो याद नहीं रहते, तो हम क्या बोलते हैं, भगवान हमारे साथ तो ऐसा करते हैं, उनके साथ ऐसा करते हैं, वो सुखी हैं, हम दुखी हैं, हम इतना कुछ करते हैं, फिर भी हमें सुख शांति नहीं है, वो कुछ भी नहीं करते. It's not that. It is basically all the prarabdha karma from that little sack of rice from which your whole silo is there. You only pick up a little handful. That handful has been given to you, like playing cards. Somebody gets good cards, somebody gets bad cards. So you have to adapt and adjust to it. जो आपको आ गया वही खेलना पड़ता है, जो कर्म. But that doesn't mean you don't have choices. You still have choice of self effort. आपके पास अपनी मेहनत परिश्रम की क्षमता है और आप अपने भाग्य को परिवर्तित कर सकते हैं. You can still change your karma, and your future karmas depend on your present actions. So being lazy, procrastination, or saying, oh, let God do it, all that is foolishness. God will punish you if you think like that. It's very clear. In tapasya, in our sadhana, in this thing, spirituality is not for failures, it's not for lazy people, it's not for people who don't succeed. Acha, nothing will happen there, now let me go to God. All your life, all our life, we struggled here, there, running, didn't give any time to God. Now all of a sudden we think God will be there and we will immerse in him. It's not so simple. Therefore, we have to do the sadhana now, every day, through our practice. Just like you brush every day, you shower every day. Do you say, I will eat once a week? You don't say that. Why do you say, I'll pray once every Sunday, I'll go to church? Why? Or every Sunday, I'll go to the temple? That's not enough. It's like saying, I'll eat once a week. So it is by the sankalpas, will of Brahman, that diamonds shine, and mantras and medicines are effective in remedying afflictions and diseases. In other words, God has created this big marketplace we call the world. There are all kinds of things here. This is a magic show, so there will be good things, there will be bad things, there will be evil things, there will be pure things. It depends on what your taste looks like. That's where you will go. If your taste is, if you enjoy playing cards, this satsang is not for you. Then you will be playing cards somewhere, that because that is where your vritti is, you see, taste is. And if your taste is in satsang, no matter where you are, if you are out of town, you will feel like fish out of water. Suppose there is no internet, you can't come to satsang, that day you will be miserable. Oh my God, I miss that. And if that is the case, then you know you are progressing. आपका इस मार्ग पर खूब वृत्ति बढ़ रहा है. That's how we test it. So the will of Brahman sustains all the laws that operate in the realms of human affairs. It is all that will which permits an individual to perform his self-effort to bring about the cessation of the world process. Viewed from the enlightened mind, all these, the real and the unreal objects of the world, are nothing but Brahman, who is without beginning, middle, and end. So this is how we have concluded section 208. We will start section 209 next Friday, and I am very pleased to tell you that Swami Lalita Priyananda ji is here. I wasn't sure if she'll be coming because I told her today is her birthday, so maybe all of you can also see her and get blessings from her in person, and also get some shlokas or some bhajans or whatever she would feel like for all of us today. So we changed the format a little bit for today's satsang, and we will continue this beautiful journey. Ye Margham, section 209. It says contradictions related to karma reconciled. So this theory of karma is very profound. So we will see you on next Friday. Back to full Yoga Vashistha. Sometimes whenever there are special occasions like Dipavali or in this case Swamiji's her health is never very good. Sometimes it's up and down, so I know you don't see enough of her, but today we are all blessed that she wasn't feeling very well, so I wasn't sure if she would be coming, but here she is. So I will let Swamiji now take over. Swamiji, you need that. So lot of people were wishing you happy birthday. I don't know if she's had time to read. I told her, she has to respond to all those messages. So she said probably one big message she will send to everybody. So I hope you can understand with her health constraints, but we are grateful that God continues to use her and both of us as divine instruments in this plan of God. Whatever life we have, it's not about the quantity, it's really the quality, and we are greatly appreciative. So Hari Om Swamiji, we are thankful you are here.
Hari Om, Tat Sat. Is this on, Swamiji?
Yes, I think so. Can I see? Is it blue, the blue light?
Can you see?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. Om. Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat. Sharanagatam, Sharanagatam, Sharanagatam. Surrender, surrender, surrender. Thank you, Divine Soul. Each one of you, all of you, are one at soul level with us. We all are one in different vessels. So only our looks, our body, the way it is, and our karmas are different. However, at soul level, we are all one. There's no reason to feel that we are far away, even if we have not seen each other physically. We know each other. And I always remember at one of our special days when we were with Gurudev during his physical body appearance, when we were celebrating one of those days with him, and when I said, "Happy birthday, Swamiji, Gurudev," and he said, "Happy birthday to you also." So today I will say the same thing to each one of you. Happy birthday to you, because we are all one. You may not be as old as I am, but at soul level, we are all one. Our soul, we are old souls. And that is why we are having satsanga. Somehow or the other, we feel that pull. We feel that oneness. Yes, as Swamiji said, it was a very busy day for us. Today we had Havan, the fire oblations, we had lots of prayers, japa, and busy day, but yet these prayers are for each one of you also. Everyone. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukha bhag bhavet. So, may all be happy, may all have food to eat, may all have clothing to wear, may all have clean water to drink, may all have shelter, may all have medication. All we can do, the highest we can do, is pray for everyone. We may not or we cannot possibly be helping everyone physically, but prayers works miraculously. Somewhere, somehow, that deserving soul receives help in some way or the other. And yes, it's the birthday of this physical body, but the soul has no birth and no death. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, as Lord Krishna says, no one can kill the soul. Only the physical body is killed. No one can burn the soul. No one can drown the soul. No one can dry the soul. The soul is everlasting. The soul was there, and the soul is here while in physical embodiment, starting during the birth of the physical body, ending of the physical body. In between, the same soul is there, and again, after the death of the physical body, the soul is still there. But what matters here is, will the soul come into bondage, another embodiment? Will this soul be caged in another embodiment again? May we not be. May we work so hard. May we develop the deep faith with the practice of integral yoga, karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, raj yoga with meditation, and hatha yoga. Of course, a little bit of exercise is needed. And hatha yoga takes good care of that. In that deep meditation. And not only do the help or service, but do it selflessly, with divine love, without any expectations, any japa, tapa, prayer today like we did Havan. It wasn't only for me. It's for everyone. That gratitude, that thankfulness for what God has given us and everyone else. May the prayers, may the satsanga, may the blessings, may the energy of this satsanga reach out in the universe. May our hearts shine, and that shyness, that light, that divine light spread out, reach out to others. This is the prayer on this day, which we call it's a special day, but every day is special. And on this day, yes, I'm thinking of my parents, the physical body parents, who gave birth to me, who brought me into this world in this physical form, taught so many things, showed so many paths, provided us when we didn't have anything, shelter, food, water, clothing, and sent us to school, the education. They did it selflessly, yes. They say, my child. But then, just like the babies of the birds, the mother bird feeds them with their own beak. They put that one piece of grain they find, they bring it to the baby. In the nest, the baby that cannot fly. That's what we were one day. And then what happens when the birdies, the little birdies are able to fly, when they have those wings and the feathers grow and the wings become stronger, the bird lets them go, lets them fly, sets them free. The mother bird sets them free. So our parents did that through education, through marriage, or somehow or the other. The kids start, they're no longer kids, they're adults, so they start living on their own. But the sanskaras, the virtues, the dharma they taught us should always be with us. And then we should grow from there. Just like we plant the seed into the dirt or the earth, we provide water and the sun is there free, then the seed germinates. So we should all germinate and flourish and start bearing fruits. And I thank them, thank parents. We all should have that gratitude for what they did for us. But they brought us into the world. What does our Guru do? I mean, not the Sikshit Guru. Sikshit Guru is the one at your elementary level, high school, your college level. All these gurus. Now the term Guru is used so liberally. He's my Guru, she's my Guru. Yes, it's a very high level word, but we should distinguish between Sikshit Guru and Dikshit Guru. Dikshit Guru is the one who gives you the mantra, who shows you the path on spirituality, and mainly the one who shows you the path to walk on so you can be liberated and this soul never gets caged again. He shows the path, but we are the ones who should work hard. Some people think that the Guru will bless and everything will happen miraculously. Yes, the blessings do work miraculously if you work also. God helps those who help themselves. So then Guru, God, that's one. They are one, and Lord hears the whispers of Gurus. When Gurus pray, the Dikshit Guru prays, he gives you that energy also to be able to flourish, to be able to walk on that path and be self-realized. If you don't do your japa, I don't have time, I have this, I have that. If you don't do japa, you don't attend satsanga, then you are not planting that seed to germinate and bear fruits. Some people think, let me take Diksha and I will be liberated. No, there's a gap between that. You have started the journey, you have to complete the journey yourself. With the support is always there, but you also have to work hard. So we are, Swamiji here and myself, irrespective of our busyness, we don't have helpers, we don't have servants, we do everything on our own. And under my health conditions, every moment is surrender to God. Nothing is mine, everything is thine. Oh Gurudev, oh Lord, thank you. Thank you and thank you. Only that is my support, my strength, my energy. And if you have not heard of this vitamin G, my daughter used to tell me, how, where do you get the energy from? How are you able to do so much? Long time ago, even till now, she said, what? How do you do it? My only answer is vitamin G. Have you heard of vitamin G? Vitamin Gurudev, vitamin God. Smaran, Nama Smaran, Nama Smaran, Nama Smaran, and the energy comes in. But we also have to rest. We should give rest to this physical body also. Sometimes the energy is so much internally, but the physical body starts giving up because the heart wants to not work. But we have to pray again, give them some rest. The organs need some rest also. So give them the rest and then get up and do it again. But with that positive attitude, positive mind, positive thoughts, and surrender. With Namasmaran, everything we are surrendered, that we are just your instruments, Lord. The day you want me back, I'll be back. The day you say your duty is still here, we'll be here. So let that happen however Lord wants. So I'm so thankful to each one of you for your prayers, for your wishes, and for being with us through satsanga. Hard times, good times, every moment, you always are very dedicated. Some groups are missing some portions of my satsanga. It's okay, we'll get back. We will get back. But if there is no satsanga, that does not mean you stop your portion. Continue with your japa, study of scriptures, listening to bhajan kirtan, and listen to the other prior satsangas. Trust me, if you listen to that same satsanga second time, third time, you will get more nectar out of it. Sometimes I listen to Gurudev's Bhagavatam and other satsangas, and I would use this word, I get stuck in that one satsanga. I don't know how many times I play and listen. Every time I get it, so I'm discussing this with experience. And the deeper, the more you listen, the deeper you get the knowledge, and let that knowledge turn into intuitive knowledge. And today Swamiji reminded me, I was thinking, I was wanting to bring that Hindi word for intuitive knowledge, and he was discussing something and he just used that word. I said, this is what I was searching for today. The word is pragya, right?
Yeah.
So bhakti is one thing and parabhakti is the other thing. So how would you say parabhakti, Swamiji?
So what I told you today, bhakti is devotion. Anybody who picks up chants is doing bhakti.
Right.
But parabhakti is when you merge into God, where you have so much devotion, which is what I wrote for you today.
Yes. I wanted you to explain that.
Yeah. So parabhakti
Yeah.
is where you feel you are you are one with God.
Yes, oneness and continuous. So the day you are doing your chores, doing something, either you are doing vacuuming, either you are washing dishes, or you cooking, or you cleaning, and suddenly that realization comes that you are chanting mantra. You didn't start with that, but while working, you realize that's what Parabhakti is. And I also learned one more thing while listening to Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran, my favorite. I hug it every day and chant that, and I will chant the Chatushloki for each one of you on this day. And that I learned from Gurudev. I had never heard of this word, Ahetuk. Ahetuk. That's Hindi word, Sanskrit word, means effortless. Ahetuk bhakti. Effortless bhakti. Bhakti without reason means continuous bhakti with just chanting mantra, listening to bhajans, listening to kirtan, listening to satsanga, and everything else does not provide you with that nectar that you are provided with, blessed with when you are listening to spiritual songs, spiritual bhajans. So that is that bhakti that you like today's Havan, our fire oblation, Swamiji and myself, both of us did it. And it was not that it's my birthday, that's why I'm doing it. But I'm doing it because I want to serve everyone. I wanted to do some other things today, which Lord did not permit today based on certain things, certain timing, certain health, and it's cold. So be grateful yet that God has showered that blessings, that whatever we were able to do, we did. It's not about, oh, it's my birthday, I go for vacation. No, your birthday, you should do selfless service. That is higher level, effortless and without reason, that you pray and serve and do some spiritual work for everyone. And that is the highest. So many things are there that we learn also. Every day we learn something new as we do some satsanga, we do some scripture reading. So we should never say there is an end, like Gurudev teaches us and always says that there is never an end in spirituality. We can't say that I have done enough and this is enough, I have reached the highest. No, Gurudev says there's always a higher level to reach. There's always a higher level to reach. So may we target that, remember that, and always remind ourselves, no matter how much I'm in bliss with doing this, I should not stop here. And miracles also, many miracles happen. But we do not have to get stuck there thinking, oh, now I have the highest. I've reached the highest. No, Gurudev says, there's always higher and higher and higher to go. So with this, we will chant Hanuman Chalisa today, and which I wanted in the morning.
That's wonderful.
To do, and
then
didn't
Aarti,
do it,
huh?
and then Aarti.
Yeah.
So thank you everyone. Divine blessings to each one of you. I will chant Chatushloki before we end before doing this. Hanuman Chalisa. And I forgot to mention that tomorrow is another special day. We have our food and goodie bag service at the St. John's Women's and Children's Shelter. And this will be our last service at
for the year.
At that place for the year. Yes, December.
Yeah.
And then in January, there is another person, 2024, doing the service. And then February, I have blocked it. No one else can get that because this will be a collective service based on everyone else's here, our Satsanga group. Like Taranji, Sushilaji.
Yeah.
There have been other donors, if I have not taken your name. They donate for service, and we will do that service for each one of them, on behalf of each one of them who have contributed towards service. That will be cooking food and also packing the goodie bags. And for 2024, I haven't mentioned too many, but 2024 we are already planning another service, and that is so giving me already like so much gratitude, thankfulness to Lord for guiding us and bringing us to the point where we found out there is a shelter in Sacramento, and it is a tent shelter. They don't have cooking place or cooking facility at that location, but there is somewhere else cooking facility. They cook from there and then they bring it over here. It's a just women's shelter, 2 tents, and how many women, Swamiji? 100.
You said 100 women. Yeah.
100 women, 50 in a shelter, 15, 110, 50. And these are women who go through some difficulty and they no longer have shelter. They do not have a place to go to. So irrespective, they are brought here and then they are guided through, helped with some facilities, some other place to have permanent residence or permanent shelter or some rentals. So this is a I think it will be a very
good project.
Project that we will. They are very needy. So we
It
are
will be
already
nice,
collecting items.
They're in need,
And so we'll give some hygiene stuff like soap, socks, and every month we will do something so that they can have like toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, towels, blankets. It's cold season. So all those things. So it's something that we want to just share with each one of you.
Okay.
And you can do it in your area also, wherever you are living. And it's a very fulfilling project. So with this, Om Chatushloki, Srimad Bhagavat Chatushloki means 4 shlokas, through which is the root of Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. Listening to this means you have listened to the entire Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. We don't have much time, otherwise the story behind it is very, very fulfilling, very spiritual. And this was chanted by Lord Narayan himself to Brahmaji on how to start the universe, how to create and how to sustain it. Om Ahameva Sameva Agre Nanyadiyat Sadasat Param Paschadaham Yadetacha Yo Vashishyeta Sosmeham Riteartham Yat Pratiyeta Na Pratiyeta Chatmani Tad Vidyadatmano Mayam Yatha Bhaso Yatha Tamaha Yatha Mahanti Bhutani Bhuteshu Chavacheshvanu Pravishthani Tatha Teshu Nateshvaham Etavadev Jigyasam Tattva Jigyasunatmanaha Anvya Vyatirekabhyam Yatasyata Sarvatra Sarvada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Shri Krishnaya Namaha. ॐ नारायणं नमस्कृतं
नरं
नरं चैव
चैवं
नरोत्तमं
नरोत्तमं
देवीं
देवीं
सरस्वतीं
सरस्वतीं
व्यासं
व्यासं
ततो
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
जयमुदीरयेत्। नारायण नारायण श्रीमन्नारायण।
Hanuman Chalisa. So we also have this Hanuman Chalisa on the YouTube playlist. Those of you who want to go in deeper into it, we have explained the meaning of every chopai, but here we will just be singing the whole Hanuman Chalisa for now. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhari Varnau Raghubar Vimal Jasu जो दायक फल चारि बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीश तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र अरु ध्वजा विराजय कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजय शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र जी के काज सवारे लाए संजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीनी बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई सहस बदन तुम यस गावे अस कई श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित ओहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जाते कभी कोविद कही सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीना राम मिलाए राजपद दीना तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्त्र जो जन पर भानु लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानु प्रभु मोद्रिका मेलि मुख माही जल दिलांगी गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे ते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लाए तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज समारो आपै तीनों लोक हाकते कांपे, भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे, नासै रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा, संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम बचन ध्यान जो लावे, सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा, और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे, चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा, साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे, अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता, असबर दीन जानकी माता, राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा, तुमरे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे, अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई, और देवता चित्त न धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई, संकट कटै मिटै सब पीरा, जो सुमिरै हनुमत बलबीरा, जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई, जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूटहि बंदी महा सुख होई, जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा, तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजे नाथ हृदय महाडेरा, पवन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति रूप, राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुर भूप, सियावर रामचंद्र जी की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान जी की जय, उमापति महादेव जी की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। So let us conclude now finally with the Aarti, and then we will conclude the program today. Thank you for all your love and celebrating Swamiji's birthday with all of us here.
While you were doing that, before that,
because time thoda kam hai Swamiji. So let us
just
quickly
do a small universal prayer by Swami Sivananda ji.
Yes.
Jai Gurudev. Humble surrender at thy holy lotus feet. Pujya Gurudev, Pujya Shri Swami JyotirmayAnanda ji Maharaj, Param Gurudev, Pujya Shri Swami Sivananda ji Maharaj. O adorable Lord of mercy and love, salutations and prostrations unto thee. Thou art omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient. Thou art Satchit Ananda, existence, consciousness, bliss absolute. Thou art the indweller of all beings. Grant us an understanding heart, equal vision, balanced mind, faith, devotion, and wisdom. Grant us inner spiritual strength to resist temptation and to control the mind. Free us from egoism, lust, greed, hatred, anger, and jealousy. Fill our hearts with divine virtues. Let us behold Thee in all these names and forms. Let us serve Thee in all these names and forms. Let us ever remember Thee. Let us ever sing Thy glories. Let Thy name be ever on our lips. Let us abide in Thee forever and ever. Hari Om Tat Sat. This is by Pujya Param Gurudev Swami Sivananda Ji Maharaj. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat.
जय जय आरती विघ्न विनायक, विघ्न विनायक श्री गणेशा। जय जय आरती सुब्रह्मण्य, सुब्रह्मण्य कार्तिकेया। जय जय आरती वेणुगोपाला, वेणुगोपाला वेणुलोला। पाप विदुरा नवनीत चोरा। जय जय आरती वेंकटरमणा, वेंकटरमणा संकट हरणा। सीतारामा राधे श्यामा। जय जय आरती गौरी मनोहर, गौरी मनोहर भवानी शंकर। सांबा सदा शिव उमा महेश्वर। जय जय आरती राज राजेश्वरी, राज राजेश्वरी त्रिपुर सुंदरी। महाकाली महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाशक्ति। जय जय आरती आंजनेया, आंजनेया हनुमंता। जय जय आरती दत्तात्रेया, दत्तात्रेया त्रिमूर्ति अवतारा। जय जय आरती सद्गुरुनाथा, सद्गुरुनाथा शिवानंदा। सद्गुरुनाथा ज्योतिर्मयानंदा। जय जय आरती विघ्न विनायक। न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकं, नेमा विद्युतो भाति कुतोऽयम् अग्निः। तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं, तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति। ओम शांतिः शांतिः शांतिः। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम्, उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। ओम सर्वेषां स्वस्ति भवतु, सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु, सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु, सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांतिः शांतिः शांतिः। ओम करचरणकृतं वा कायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वापराधं विहितं विहितं वा सर्वमेतत्क्षमस्व। जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो। जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो। जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो। समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ॐ ब्रह्मर्पणं ब्रह्महवि ब्रह्मज्ञौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्मकर्म समाधिनः। अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राण अपान समायुक्ता पचामन्यं चतुर्विधं। हरिः ओम तत्सत। ब्रह्मर्पणमस्तु। समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। So with this we conclude our satsang. Thank you for your support, for your dedication, for your bhakti, and especially for today to Swami Lalita Priyananda ji for being with us. Normally we do Yoga Vashistha by ourselves, but today thank you to all of you, and especially to Swami Lalita Priyananda ji.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
We all pray for her long and healthy life. So may we all continue to be instruments in the divine plan. Shakti Bhakti Mukti. We will see you on Sunday at 11 a.m. for Srimad Bhagavad Gita.
Divine blessings to each one of you.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.